Welcome to Vermontitude, a collaborative effort between Great Eastern Radio, the Brattleboro Reformer, and BCTV to bring you the stories behind the stories on the topics you want to learn more about. Because there's always more, so there'll always be Vermontitude. Hosted by me, Peter Fish Case. Welcome to Vermontitude. This week we are talking local sports with, well, none other than the reporter for the Brattleboro Reformer, Shane Covey. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Let's get right into it, shall we? I guess let's lead with football, shall we? Bellows Falls beats Brattleboro to go to the championship game, correct?
Yes.
So, what happened?
So, it was a great atmosphere in Bellows Falls, kind of the two rivals going at it, and Brattleboro had a great fan base there. They made it really exciting. It turned out it was kind of a sloppy game, a lot of penalties, unusual, but you had Brattleboro's high-powered offense, Devin Spino, Tristan Evans, going up against Bellows Falls' ground and pound running game. And Bellows Falls just kind of wore them down and came out on top.
All right. And then Bellows Falls advances to the championship game, but not a happy ending.
Not a happy ending. It went to overtime against MAU, and they came up just short.
Right. The old, what we used to call way back in the day, the Brattleboro MAU Route 9 rivalry, but MAU came up short.
Bellows Falls came up short.
I'm sorry, yeah.
They lost to MAU.
Yeah. All right. What was the final score?
It was 24-17 in double overtime.
I did not know it went to double overtime.
Yeah.
So an exciting game.
Yeah, they each kicked a field goal in the first overtime, and then MAU scored a touchdown.
Yeah. Standout athletes in that game?
Well, Tanner Bushy from MAU, the quarterback, he played really well for them. And Bellows Falls, like Caden Haskell, their running back as usual.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as we're talking about Bellows Falls, we had a chance to kind of talk a little bit before we went on the air here. Bellows Falls has a pretty powerhouse field hockey program.
Yes. So Coach Bethany Corson she led them to 7 straight finals appearances. And this year they made it to the semifinals.
All right. Okay, and so standout athletes, are they? Is this the kind of a program that's a good feeder for college programs?
Yes, they have. I think they have 5 or 6 playing in college right now.
Okay.
Maya Warriors playing up in Maine. She just set the single season record for goals. So,
all right,
just unbelievable.
Always great to see these hometown kids doing good outside their hometowns.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Let's. So we all season long, the Reformer does an athlete of the week, right? Is there any that you want to talk about? Any standouts?
Well, they're all standouts, but so then we do athlete of the season.
Okay.
And when it went to the voting, Brattleboro soccer player Ozzie Van Hendrick ended up winning. He led the Colonels in goals. He's a junior midfielder.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And prospects for him, is it looks like he might land someplace. Do we know anything about that?
We don't. He's got one more year of high school, and then, so it's kind of early for that. But
all right. So he's just a junior.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Athlete of the season in his junior year.
Right.
All right. Outstanding.
Yeah.
I love that story.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go over to Leland and Gray. Really exciting season for the girls soccer team there. Tell us what happened.
So it had been 31 years since the Rebels won a state title in girls soccer, and they did it this year in Division 4. They beat Proctor 3-0 in the finals.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Standouts in that game?
Yeah, well, Abby Toll, she scored all 3 goals in the finals, and she ended up with a program record, or a school record, 73 career goals.
Wow. 73 career goals.
Yeah.
And she scored all 3 in the final game?
She had all of them. She had a hat trick. Yeah.
She knows she's not playing hockey, right?
Yeah.
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 All right. That's outstanding. That's super exciting for the Rebels for sure, though, in Leland and Gray, huh?
Yes.
All right. All right. So what else do we have here? Let's skip over to Twin Valley, and I know that we had a sort of a conversation about them sort of struggling with attendance and enrollment down there, and kind of keeping good programs. And how did their season fare?
So I believe the Twin Valley boys lost in the second round of the playoffs. But I just wanted to mention Buddy Hayford, their coach.
Yeah.
Is the winningest coach in Vermont history. It's kind of crazy for me to say that I'm dealing with that kind of legend, you know.
Yeah.
And I know you know a little something about it.
I do know a little bit. Yeah, I do know a little bit. Coach Hayford was just full disclosure, was my soccer coach, and that's how old he is. That's not how old I am. That's how old he is. But he was a great guy, and I'm proud to say that I think I might have given him about 2 of those wins. So, but yeah. So that's really good. He's in the Coaching Hall of Fame now. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
All right.
Well deserved.
Yeah, well deserved. When that was just a couple of years ago, right? Was that just before COVID?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Let's turn a little bit more and focus a little bit on Brattleboro for a moment here, if we could. And we've had a cross country team, which had a good season, but there has been one standout athlete there.
Yeah. So Ava Whitney, I was told before the season that she had been running a crazy amount of miles during the summer. And you could see it because I think she finished first in 5 races this fall.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So for those who don't understand how cross country works, so give them an idea about what you would expect going to a cross country meet.
So I believe you're scoring 5, or your top 5 runners score for each team, and it's roughly a 3-mile race.
All right. So I know that they do it. They have a fun race, which I got to attend. I think was it the last race of the season up in Fort Dummer State Park. They run through the trails there. Did you cover that one?
Yes.
Yeah. That was exciting. I was sort of it runs right past my house. Full disclosure. So it was easy for me to it was easy for me to watch it.
Yeah.
Did you cover the whole thing?
Yeah, that was one that Ava actually won.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about. So now pretty much all the fall sports are kind of in the books now. Yes.
Yes.
All right, and now we're turning our attention to basketball.
Yeah.
Right. Basketball, hockey.
Yeah.
Let's start with hockey. Who's standing out for you in hockey in our region?
Well, we only actually have 2 teams: the Brattleboro girls and boys.
Okay.
And just they're always gonna be pretty good because you've got Eugene Frost and Eric Liberdoni coaching, so you know you're gonna get the best out of those teams.
Okay.
You know.
All right. And then if we're going to move to basketball in our region, Twin Valley? How do you think they'll fare this year?
Well, the word is that they're losing a lot of their kids after junior high. They're going to like Brattleboro or elsewhere.
All right.
So it's gonna be, I'm assuming, a struggle for them.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. And Leland and Gray?
Leland and Gray, not their strongest sport. Just it hasn't been since I've been here.
All right.
Bellows Falls probably is gonna go the furthest. The Bellows Falls boys, they've got Jamison Nystrom back at point guard. He was their quarterback, and he should lead them quite a ways, I would think.
Okay. All right. And how do we think Brattleboro will fare this season?
Well, I'm excited because the Brattleboro girls have Reese Krausworth from Twin Valley. She's a freshman, and she could be exciting. And then the boys have Cam Frost at point guard, who is going to do the same thing.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Anything we're leaving out here in the world of sports here locally?
I think we've covered about everything.
We've covered a lot of ground here in a few minutes. Yeah. Shane Covey, you can read his stuff in the Brattleboro Reformer. He does an outstanding job covering all local sports. Thanks for jumping on the program, sir.
Yes, thanks for having me.
All right.